Greater Good Radio. Connect, learn, heal, and grow. In 2018, my wife got super sick.
Okay.
I didn't know what was going on, right? It was like, oh my God, she can only last for like 2 hours and then she would just collapse. And we're like, oh, this might be it, right? My dad was going through cancer treatments. It was actually a period at that time where I left for like a 1 year period for the most part, over 2 years. Like I'd be gone for a month, come back for a couple weeks because he was going through cancer treatment. So I had to go. She had to hold down everything, right? Our businesses, our work, the kids. We just had our fourth kid at that time. Literally just had the fourth. And then she was doing her PhD full time. Wow. So her body broke down.
For sure.
Right? Then January comes around, I'm cooking noodles like a good Chinese boy. I try to get the noodle off the side. I miss. All the boiling water goes on my stomach. I rub it, and then all my skin comes off. Like, oh, got second-degree burns. Got to go straw and heal this now, right? Oh, sure. Then I got sick for 2 months. And then I bought a one-wheel, the one-wheel motorized skateboards. Yeah, I bought one of those.
The one wheel, the one with a fat wheel.
Yeah. Oh. And like my first or second day, I ate it, and then I broke my back. So now I had burst fracture in my T12. I had discs that bust. I fractured my tailbone. I was like out of it, right? So I was
Wait, this is all
2019.
19, okay. Right? Not all. I hope we're still not in 2018 because that's a lot to have.
Well, it was over like a few months period. So that was April of 2019. My wife had gotten sick in like November of 18. So it's just a stretch of
it's
like
time.
increasing of problems, right? So I had to go get all the help, right? So she went to go see a spiritual advisor of ours. His name is Kaulana Yoshimoto. You know Dean Yoshimoto? He's like his brother, Kaulana.
I don't know his brother.
Or Debbie.
Sorry.
Because Debbie's around your age. She goes to see him. He helps her, right? He helps her out. She had it's like boundary issue kind of thing. So it's like her core belief was like, I'll do anything for my friends and family, even if it kills me. Oh. And that's what was kind of happening. She would just push it, not taking care of herself, and her body would shut down.
Okay.
She goes, you better go next because you get way more problems than me. I'm like, okay, but I don't want to go. But I was in bad shape, so I went. He basically told me, he said, your spiritual alignment, it's out of whack. He goes, your spirit guides are telling me that your injuries are getting worse. And he goes, you keep trying to push it. I go, yeah. He goes, you want to just work? I go, yeah. He goes, you can't even move. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to work. You know what I mean? I got new business going on. I know it's cranking. I just need to get over this stuff. He's like, no. He said, like, what is your mission? I'm like, my mission is kick ass. I kicked everybody's ass. That's my mission. And I thought it was great. I personally thought it was a great mission. He's like, nope, not cutting it. He goes, if you keep pushing it with that kind of mission and your alignment off, because your next injury is worse. I'm like, no, I'm not taking a worse injury. I'm in like 9 out of 10 pain. I'm not taking a worse injury. He's like, well, you better figure this out. So I spent like every damn minute I could, right? Meditations, spiritual stuff, therapy, physical therapy, the whole 9 yards. And then something cracked open. I don't know what it was. I started to get like panic attacks.
Does it feel like claustrophobia, but you're not locked in anything?
It felt like I lost complete control of my body. I'm in it, like convulsing and so on, but I can't do anything about it. So it's so scary, right? So I started looking for help. I can't get any help. I can't get any freaking help. There's no more like
what
therapists
kind of help?
and stuff.
Like
I was trying to get
shrinks, like
anything.
Therapists,
therapists, healers, whatever. Maybe 2019 till now, basically getting trained in stuff myself, and then doing all the modalities and being a client and so on. So I was able to get through that.
What are these modalities?
So, internal family systems. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
IFS. Brainspotting is another one. It's kind of like EMDR, but it's like, I don't know if you ever heard of EMDR.
I've heard of it.
EMDR is used for like PTSD and things like that.
Okay.
So Brainspotting is kind of like the next version. And then Imago. It's called Imago. It's like relationship therapy. But a lot of the work, like individual, is relationship anyways, because it's relationship with your own self.
Okay.
And then everything from like spiritual stuff like Reiki or energy healing to psychedelics, psychedelic-assisted psychotherapy. So it's almost like the psychedelic, to me, this is my own personal opinion, is like kind of like the anesthesia when you go for surgery. Like you could do your hip surgery with no anesthesia.
Sure.
Would suck super bad. And I don't know who can make it really through that. But, you can do it. You go to anesthesia, you do the hip surgery, you come out, now you recover from that.
Right.
Same kind of thing. If you don't do the work internally, like if someone's just having a fun trip or whatever, then you come back out still with the same issue, right? But if you're going in there, mindfully, this is what I'm doing with the right support and so on, you do the work, when you come back out, that stuff is done. And when it's done, it's done. Yeah.
So fast forward to now, how are you doing?
I mean, pretty fantastic. So that's why it's almost like my hobby, more or less. And I get to have interesting conversations. But that's kind of what led me back into doing this.
If you resonate with Greater Good Radio, please join our community at www.greatergoodradio.com, where you can get access to exclusive content and offerings. Hope to see you soon.